John, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you sharing your insights and your experiences in working with the Braunagel team. John, tell me about your experience in working with the Braunagel team and how you think they did.
Well, I'm happy to do it, Tom. I lived in Darien, Connecticut for 10 years and had known for a while that I was going to want to sell, and had begun to think about it when you came into to my life just by self-identifying, by recognizing that there was an opportunity with my home. And when you came to visit me, you laid out a process and asked me even, if the process were to be ideal for you, what would that look like? And I described to you a timetable, and I described economics to you. You gave me tremendous insight in the financial picture. And several months later, when the transaction was concluded, it fulfilled every single one of those elements, and then some. So I found my experience to be, it exceeded any expectation that I had. I have bought and sold a number of houses in my life, and this was by far the easiest for me, the most professionally handled, and it met, as I said, every element that I had hoped for when we started down that path.
Wow. Okay, great. Tell me more about it met your expectations. What were some of your expectations that you had, and did we meet them?
The most important expectation was the integrity of the process, and that I knew that the value that I needed to achieve from my house would be attained. I needed to know that the manner in which I would be represented, that the house would be represented in the marketplace, would be a first order, and that and I also wanted to know that the process, I have young children living with me. I mean, the fact that showings and how you organize the showings and the disruption that can occur, I wanted to be kept at a minimum. And all of those things were done. And then, of course, the other thing is I wanted good advice and counsel when considering the offers. And, we were blessed to have a number of offers that you generated. And so I had choice, and that was one of the elements at the beginning of the process I wanted as well. I didn't want to take her to leave it kind of circumstance. I hope to have some options. How you weigh those and evaluate them, the financial impact of each was very important, and you gave great counsel. So all of those things were expectations that I had hoped for in the transaction, as I said earlier, and we'll say again, I mean, you exceeded all of them. And it met my needs and then some, and therefore made the process terrific.
Great. Hey, John, tell me about your comfort level with the knowledge and expertise in the real estate area here and with the transaction itself. Were you comfortable?
Extremely so. And I think what was important is when you sell homes in this region and the value of the homes, it is a very expensive business transaction. And so the business and financial knowledge that's necessary to make that worthwhile is very important. And in prior experiences with other real estate companies, I've never felt always assured that they had the business acumen to really sort of handle things and give me good advice in a space that I don't work in, but that yet I know is probably one of the larger financial transactions I'll be involved in. And so what I liked about your approach is that you do have that background, you do have that expertise, you're very current on what's occurring in the marketplace. The marketplace today in 2013 is not what it was even a few years ago. And so understanding what's available, understanding the different approaches that can be taken was extremely important. And were it not for that background and expertise, then we wouldn't have come to the conclusion that we did, because I certainly hadn't thought of it before. So I consider your business expertise to be one of the greatest attributes.
Fantastic. And John, I thank you so much for your time. I do want to thank you for your trust in me. I mean that sincerely, and for allowing me to be part of this business transaction. It was a lot of fun at the end of the day.
Thank you. Well, you made a big difference for me and my family, and it's one that I'm proud to share with a lot of people. And so for anyone who's watching this and contemplating making a selection for somebody to help you in a process, it's very important to your family as well. I cannot endorse Tom and his team any more thoroughly than I have already in this message. He's a gem, and you want to grab him. But thank you, Tom, for what you did for me.
Thank you, John.